our childhood, mom's lessons, and our business life. They share freely. They have our back. They are there in good times and bad. They always have our best interest in mind. They are brave. This describes our moms. It also describes companies that follow her lead in how they grow their businesses. The lessons we learned as kids stick with us, and often they have our mom's face all over them. Her guidance, her rules, and her sayings are still in our heads. You probably grew up that way too, with a simple, clear understanding of what to do and what not to do. We were taught to share, trust each other, play nice in the sandbox, and treat others like we'd want to be treated. Those lessons remain some of the best advice we've ever been given. They also remain some of our most sound advice for how to behave in business. Companies that make Mom proud grow by living those lessons. They remove practices that might curb the extension of care or limit employees to act in good conscience. They work to remove boundaries and pressures that prohibit customer-driven decision-making. Their actions honor the human at the end of their decisions, establish a balanced relationship with customers and partners, and put employees in positions to act at work like they'd act at home, like they were raised. I grew up Italian, the third of 7 kids. We lived a loud and crazy life, but we had a set of behaviors that guided us, which we learned by watching our parents. Their actions, more than their words, showed us the path to follow, and their character was on display in how they acted. The women in my life were particularly animated. My mom, Lydia, would sew until all hours of the night, fashioning custom-made Halloween costumes for each of us, and teeny tiny Barbie doll dresses for my sisters and me. My dad's mom, Ermelinda, rarely sat down for a meal she had prepared. Hovering around the perimeter of the table, she would carry large plates of food, spooning it onto our plates whether we wanted it or not, exclaiming, "Manja, manja, eat, eat." And my mom's mom, Virginia, would roll out dough every Christmas to make homemade ravioli. Never satisfied unless they were perfect for us, she would throw out mounds of dough she had rolled out but deemed imperfect, even when it meant putting in hours to begin again. Neither grandma let us leave their homes without handing each of us a bag of groceries, scooping whatever food they had in their pantry for us to take home. They were selfless. They were nourishing. They were perfectionists. They thought of us first. These are the behaviors that have become the standard for me and for most of us for how to act in our lives. We strive to apply the lessons we learned as kids to the way we behave at work. As both employees and customers, we gravitate to companies that create environments to encourage and celebrate these behaviors. These are the Make Mom Proud companies we celebrate and learn from in this audiobook. As we learn about their paths, it's important to note that each of the Make Mom Proud companies did not achieve this state overnight. It took one action, then another, and then another to give people permission and examples to model. That's why, in this audiobook, we offer a simple way to help prompt these actions, a lens to guide your company decisions by thinking of one person in particular at the end of each of them. Your mom.